Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and all the guests present here. A warm welcome to meeting number 46 of Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. I am Maanvi Kumar, your sergeant at arms for the day. I'm sure you all are as excited as I am for today's meeting. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours and you are expected to stay throughout the duration. I would like to begin by stating the mission of Toastmasters Club. We provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. Before we start the meeting, I would like to highlight few key points that we should be keeping in mind. Your video should be on and audio should be off. Your audio should only be on when you are need to speak or called to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restriction on speaking on these topics, we at Gabby's Online Toastmasters Club request all the speakers, role takers, and guests to be mindful and responsible and abstain from speaking and expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. I also urge you to be cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion both in letter and in spirit, hence ensuring there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertones that creates hostility or discomfort for members and the guests. Now, let me call upon the presiding officer for today's meeting. Our presiding officer for today is Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, the president of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. DTM Sourav has played several leadership roles within and beyond Toastmasters. Within Toastmasters, he has been a president distinguished division director, a distinguished area director, and beyond Toastmasters, he has held several leadership roles at the director level and above with MNCs and startups. Currently, TDM Saurabh is invested in building his own edutech startup practice. Can we give a huge round of applause for our presiding officer, Distinguished Toastmaster Saurabh Pitta? The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much. That was our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Maanvi Kumar. Can we have a big round of applause for our Sergeant at Arms? These are the people who are responsible, along with the VP Education, to ensure that we have very seamless meetings at the Gabbys week after week, actually thrice a week. So thank you so much, the entire Educom team and more, particularly the Sergeant at Arms, for ensuring that we have these meetings so seamlessly and starting the meetings on time. With this, let me get started with the meeting today. I hereby call the meeting to order. I do see quite a few guests in the meeting today, so I would not call out anyone in particular, but anyone who's a guest who's not a member of the Gabbys, any visiting Toastmaster or someone, particularly those who have not taken roles. I see Shantwana, I see Ditya, I see Raj Satya, Sutanuka. Sunil obviously is not a guest anymore. He doesn't qualify as a guest. Neither does Dina. So they are not our guests, they're family. But apart from that, the people who are joining us for the very first time, particularly if you would want to share a little bit about yourself, are you a Toastmaster, are you a guest? How did you get to know about the Gabbys and anything in particular about the meeting that you are interested in? Is it the theme? Is it the TMOD? Is it the meeting per se? Is it the club? What brings you here? Anyone? Ditya, Raj Satya. Yeah, Raj, hi. I see you
Everyone.
unmuted.
Saurav, I'm Rajesh. I'm from Intel Talkmasters. The theme has excited me. I'm looking forward
Okay, so
to
this
see
is
what
Rajesh Satyawada. Okay. So he's neither a guest to the. Okay, welcome, Rajesh. Rajesh is one of the Educom lead of District 92. So thank you, Rajesh, for joining us.
Thanks, Saurav.
Who else do we have as a guest? Santhana Maria. Santhana, would you quickly tell us?
Hi, I am Toastmaster Santwana. I am from Kerala. I am so excited to hear about space, so that's why I joined your meeting.
Lovely, lovely. Thank you so much. And I see Abhishek Aditya is not our guest. He's a member. Okay. Anyone else as a guest? Ditya? you wanted to, would you want to quickly tell us in 30 seconds a little bit about yourself? Are you Toastmaster or a guest?
Hi all, I'm a guest and I've joined this meeting for the first time, and I'm personally interested in space, and as the heading says, we joined this meeting to know about more space trivia, so I'm looking forward to the meeting.
Lovely. Thank you so much for joining us. And with this, I would, before moving on to the theme, and since we have a couple of people who are not Toastmasters, at least one I know, Ditya. So a little bit about Toastmasters. The journey of Toastmasters started in 1924. Incidentally, we are completing 100 years of Toastmasters this year and 10 years of District 92 this year. So this is a very, very iconic year for both District 92 Toastmasters and the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. So this entire thing started in 1924 by Dr. Ralph C. Smedley in US. And over the years, we have grown to a large organization of around 16,000 clubs spread over 150 countries. And most importantly, why Toastmasters is special? Because it gives us all a safety net for us to try, practice, do well, not do so well, and yet come back again with the confidence that we will still be encouraged to do better the next time we take a stage in whatever capacity, as a speaker, as an evaluator, or any other role taker. I would not spill the beans in terms of what else happens in a Toastmaster meeting for the guests. That would be the TMOD's doing. But I would want to touch upon a couple of things as the club president. First of all, I would want to welcome our newest member, Toastmaster Arshin Chug. Toastmaster Arshin Chug is not there in the meeting today, but she has joined the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, the newest member of the Gabbys. A warm welcome to Toastmaster Arshin in absentia. Toastmaster Arshin is a very experienced Toastmaster, has served in several leadership roles, including area director in District 98, and she has chosen the Gabbys as the place to restart her Toastmasters journey. And this is something about the Gabbys which makes me extremely excited, that I think this is probably the 10th Toastmaster in the last 1 month or 1.5 months who have chosen the Gabbys for a place to restart their Toastmasters journey. People who had left Toastmasters and wanted to come back, they have chosen, and people from some of the most iconic clubs of the country who have chosen to join the Gabbys and help us in our learning journey. So we are extremely humbled and feel privileged that we are getting this benefit. The other thing which makes me extremely proud about the Gabbys is the versatility and the diversity of the members that we have. In this club, you have got chartered accountants, you have got cancer specialists, you have got radiologists, you have got lawyers, you have got teachers, you have got principals, you have got trainers, you have got corporate executives, you have got HR professionals, and the list goes on and on and on. And recently we had a recent addition. We also got a space scientist, and I'm extremely excited about the fact that we have a space scientist talking about space today. How privileged can we get, right? I mean, this is something that we would want to spend quite an amount of money to go and watch this kind of a talk show, and here you're getting all of it free. So yes, this is for real, this is happening. And let me now introduce the person who will be taking us on this space ride. The captain of the space shuttle today is a highly self-motivated, analytical, and inquisitive individual currently working as a space technology consultant with Deloitte, post his stint of 8 years as a scientist at ISRO. Post ISRO, he pursued an MBA in technology and business management and then went on to join Deloitte. He has 8 years of experience in the space and rocket industry, having handled end-to-end operations and leading cross-functional teams for integration, testing, and launch operations. His accomplishments include leading various teams in experimental missions of ISRO, such as reusable launch vehicle technology, paired abort test of human space program, and advanced experimental missions. I would say that I don't understand anything of what I just said, but I hope to understand a little bit more during the course of this session. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who didn't understand anything here. And that's why we are all here. As they say, that it is not rocket science, but when it is rocket science, you do need a rocket scientist. So please welcome with a big round of applause, the rocket scientist, Toastmaster of the day for today, Toastmaster Raghava Kundra. Over to you, Raghav.
Yeah, thank you, distinguished Toastmaster, and good evening, everyone, all Toastmasters. So this is one of the topic which I like and which I am very comfortable with. And this is the first time I'm doing the Toastmaster of the day. And so I chose my comfortable topic, and which is, I hope, curious for everyone, as everyone has been saying. So I have multiple experiences previously where I had taught children and elders about the space in a simplified manner. Today, I'll try to be more interactive in terms of this because space is all about curiosity. And then if I'm just telling the things, I wanted to ask you, like, you ask me the questions and then I will be answering. That is like I'll divide into 3 sessions. So first, I will tell you about the space, rockets, satellites, and all. And post the TTM role during that time, I will be asking you. You will be asking me questions, and I will be answering. So like that, we'll do some interactive sessions. So let's go ahead. Before going to that, just let me check how many people have won this theme of the day, like who are very curious color space theme dress. Just because I had to give. So that's a black is which indicates the space, but it's my theme background. You can see that it's a space is always colorful. You can see all the Hubble telescope and all the images, which are very, very beauty. It shows. So let me, how many want to know, what is, why rockets are sent and why satellites are sent? So just, we all know there are so many rockets, and now Elon Musk, you might be knowing Elon Musk, few people hearing about every day, like almost 100 rockets have been sending every year, and thousands of satellites we are sending. Until now, almost 12,000 satellites are there. So why we are sending those many satellites and those many rockets? What is this all for? Like, why we want? So is anyone just like to?
Well, Elon Musk wants to make humans interplanetary species. That's one of his reasons that he's sending out rockets and doing so much with SpaceX.
Yeah. And
rockets are mainly used to transport a system.
yes,
There are satellites.
that is a simple explanation for any rocket. Rocket is just like a car we use for and the satellites are just like the passengers. So one destination, Earth to space. Space is another destination we call, and then rockets are just like a passenger vehicles, like cars, transportation systems, as she mentioned. So these are just transportation vehicles for the taking the passengers, which are satellites. And now I'll explain all the rockets we have. Why rocket is like a lorry in space? Yeah, it's almost like. So it's just a transportation system, like we have a car in house. So people are making it's a very costliest car. And do you anyone knows what is the costliest element that is made by humans? Any costliest which is surrounding the Earth?
Space station.
Yeah, it's an international space station. It's almost $150 billion. So it's a costliest element all the humans have made, and it's almost like 16 to 17 countries have involved just to make that. So rockets, actually we take, rockets have multiple stages usually. Rockets is not a single element. So you can see some people might have seen the rocket launch during, because nowadays actually everyone has got this Chandrayaan, Mangalyaan mission. We got that famous, because of that everyone knows the rockets and satellite missions now in India also. So let's see, and space tourism is being the next topic. We'll just know who is the astronaut, first Indian astronaut who has traveled to space.
Rakesh Sharma.
Rakesh Sharma.
And do you know anyone who is, yesterday actually there is a one launch going to happen, and she is about to.
Sunita
Williams.
Sunita
Sunita
Williams.
Williams.
Yes,
Sunita
yes, yes. So everyone is knowing just about the space, and then space tourism is going to the next one. And I hope the launch cost reduce, and then some of your next generations might go to the next space tourism also. As considering the timeline, so just let me introduce the for the benefit of the guests, just let me go to the structure of the meeting. So in a regular meeting, we have the 3 sections of the prepared speech section, table topic section, and the evaluation section. So let me go to the introduce the general evaluator, who is Toastmaster Punith C K. He is an avid non-fiction book enthusiast, a dedicated practitioner of David Allen's Getting Things Done method, and a prominent ex-com member at Toastmasters Indiranagar Pride. So let's okay. Over to you, Punith C K, and he will be introducing the TAGL team and general evaluator. So
thank you, Toastmaster Raghav. I recently watching one interview from Isaac Asimov, Russian science fiction writer. He wrote books on robots. In 1980s, he gave an interview. In that, he was mentioning about how technology will evolve in future. He talked about computers. He talked about space. Coming to computers, whatever he mentioned, that became true till today. And during those days, computers was just for a research purpose. Now we are using computers. Computers are the need today. We are using for the entertainment too. He mentioned this in 1980s. Then he mentioned about space. We will land in moon. We will land in Mars. He mentioned it in the 80s. And after that, he predicted that in future, currently we rely on resources from Earth. In future, we will get resources from other planets and other solar planets. I am excited to how it is going to happen, but it is absolutely unbelievable, but I can't deny his words, because whatever he said, it became true now. I hope today's theme helped me understand, get some data points to at least have some belief on this is going to happen. With that, coming to my role today as a general evaluator, I observe meeting from beginning to the end and make a note of what went well and what can be improved. And here, the feedbacks are important to upskill ourselves and being proficient in what we are doing. And giving a feedback is not easy, and hence I have a team of 4 who will help me assess the general quality of the meeting. The first I would like to call today's timer. Today's timer role is going to be played by Toastmaster Safa Roshan. She is a member of the Innovative Minds Toastmaster Club. Currently, she has completed her BSc in Psychology and Counseling, and also looking for career path related to the field of psychology. All the best. And I request Toastmaster Safa to explain the role of timer. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, General Evaluator. In the words of Miles Davis, time is not the main thing, it is the only thing. Good evening, everyone. I'm Safa from Innovative Minds Toastmasters. And as a timer of today's meeting, I will be working as an alarm to all the role players as well as evaluators. I will be notifying time stamps, and I will be keeping a track of all the sessions for today's meeting. And when we talk about the guidelines of color cards, so when it comes to table topic sessions, we will be given 2 minutes. So at the first minute, I will raise the green card, and at the second minute, 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will be raising the yellow card, and the second minute, I will raise the red card. And when we go to the 4 to 6 minute speeches, at the 4th minute, I will raise the green card. At the 5th minute, I will raise the yellow card. And at the 6th minute, I will be raising the red card. And when we go to the 5 to 7 minute speeches. I will be raising the green card at the fifth minute, and then when it comes to 6th minute, it will be yellow card, and the 7th minute, it will be the red card. So that's all about my role for today. So I will be presenting my report at the end of the meeting when the general evaluator called for. Yeah, thank you. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmasters, so far. Now let's move on to the next role. Next role, I'm going to call it hard counter role. This role is going to be played by Toastmaster Sridevi. She is working in the field of industrial automation. She likes to dance, sing, read, and speak. She always focuses more on learning and self-improvement. She also likes to help and motivate others. And over to you, Toastmaster Sridevi. Please explain the role of hard counter.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. As the R counter, I will be listening to what the speaker says and marking down on a chart any inappropriate word or sound such as filler words like and well, but, so, and you know, and inappropriate sounds like or I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase such as I, this means, and if there is an unintentional long or a short pause. At the end of the meeting, I will provide my report. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sridevi. Now let us move to the next role. I'm going to call Grammarian role, and this role is going to be played by Toastmaster Shrilakshmi Hegde. She is a certified image consultant and soft skill trainer by profession. Her interest in public speaking and leadership skill made her join Toastmaster. She is a double, triple crown winner and double part maker. She is the founder of Imaginative Image Consulting Services. And put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Sri Lakshmi. And over to you. Please explain the role of Grammarian.
Thank you very much, G. Punith. Thank you for a lovely introduction also. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to introduce word of the day. Today, word of the day is epic. Used to meaning used to describe events that happen over a period and involve a lot of action and difficulty. Example, James has walked 1,000 miles in an epic journey across Africa. Another example, it's been an epic struggle to keep social services going throughout the recession. I also make note of good usage of words, improper usage of words. I'll also make note of who have used word of the day. Over to you, G. Punith.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sri Lakshmi. Now let's move on to the next role, listener. This role is going to be played by Toastmaster Kishan. He pursued his passion for engineering at University of Rohana in 2014. Following his graduation, he embarked on a professional journey with KIK Lanka Private Limited. And he has been involved in various projects and responsibility, honing his abilities and contributing to the growth and success of the organization. Outside of work, he is passionate about cinema, drawn to its artistry and storytelling. Additionally, he has a deep appreciation for music, finding relaxation and inspiration through various genres. And he's playing the role of listener. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Kishan. Over to you, Kishan.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator. Good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests. Before explaining my job role, I will give a short statement. Listening is not just about staying silent while other people are talking. It is truly about understanding their views, their words, and emotions and perspective. So today I am the listener of the meeting. I will be closely listening to everything said during the meeting and will draft short question to test our listening skill, and I will ask it end of the meeting. Over to you, General.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kishan, and for explaining the listener role. Now, along with my TAGL role, I also have a individual evaluators for prepared speeches. You will get to know as the meeting unfolds. Now, all the best to all the speakers and the role takers. With this, I hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Raghava. Over to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Punith, Toastmaster Punith, and huge kudos to all the evaluation team and who are playing a very crucial part of evaluating, and which is a feedback mechanism for all of us for improving ourselves also, which is very much important in the space also. So let's move on to the prepared speech session. So there are 2 speeches today and then 3 evaluation projects overall. So let's begin by introducing our first speaker. First speaker, Toastmasters Smruti S. Mohanty. She's doing, Smruti was a sales manager by profession and a certified soft skills trainer by interest. After almost a decade, she is now a full-time management student by virtue of time. She joined Toastmasters to sharpen her saw of public speaking. Welcome. So let's begin. Sorry. Evaluator is Toastmaster Sudhakar Thaomankar. So is he available? Just
yeah, I'm present.
Reason. Yeah. So he is attempting his project evaluation and feedback, level 1, project 4 for the path presentation mastery. And so TM Sudhakar evaluation will be evaluated by TM Joane Joseph. Is it right? Okay. So today's path is for the Smruti S. Mohanty, Toastmaster, Visionary Communication, level 1 and project number 3, Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language is the project name, and speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes, and speech title is Why So Quiet? So over to you, Smruti S. Mohanty, Toastmaster. Speech title is Why So Quiet?
Why so quiet? I can see those strange expression in few assuming black boxes and the faces which I can see on my camera right now. Why so quiet? But my question is, why it's bothering you? Well, let me specifically ask Toastmaster Maanvi, will it affect the sequence of the speeches and the evaluation if I keep quiet for another couple of seconds?
Maybe.
Okay. Sudharma, will it affect my future speaker slot or evaluator slot if I keep quiet for a couple of more seconds here? Okay, don't answer it. So these are the important people who are actually asking me not to be quiet, so let me speak it aloud. But do I need to? Dear Toastmasters, fellow guests here who are present in this meeting, this question was not something now, today, or in this very moment. I had the same question and dilemma in my mind. Being quiet, is it a challenge or it's a choice? Let me walk you all to my memory lane if I can vaguely remember that 6-year-old me, a very smaller one, was very talkative in nature, used to explore everything. If you give her a peek, maybe a slice of apple, she might demand for an entire apple tree. If you ask her to speak about yourself, she may end up speaking about her entire family. That was me. But that nature helped me to get into school. But with the passage of time, with growing age, somehow I don't know why my teacher started telling me, can't you just be quiet for a second? Why are you so talkative? Just be quiet. These few sentences, or maybe the words of just be quiet, were simple to her, but not for me, especially at that particular age. I still remember that day when she made me stand on that bench for 20 minutes for the entire session just because I was talking a lot in the classroom. And she asked me to be quiet. It may be a very stupid, funny incident. Indeed, it was not for me at that particular age. Because I failed to understand what did I do wrong. Why she made me stand, why she made me feel embarrassed in front of the entire class. Being quiet is an option or it's a choice. On that particular day, maybe gradually, I adapted a different personality type because that's how the entire future changed for me. Now, let me ask a couple of questions to you, or maybe a few questions to be specific. How many of you think there are 2 or 3 personality types? If yes, then if anyone would like to answer. Are you familiar with any personality type? Please unmute and go ahead.
Oh, there are many. The MBIT personality test tells you around, I don't know, 9, 10, 16 personality types. Yeah.
Yes, 16. And I was expecting such smart answers, especially from this particular group. There are indeed 16 personality type according to what Toastmaster Joane said, MBIT. And these are completely bucketed under broad category of 3, which we know. The extroverts, introverts, and ambiverts. To be specific, I knew there were only 2, but later I got to know there is a third one to it. Now, how many of you are clear that you belong to this particular category of I'm an extrovert or I'm an introvert or I'm an ambivert? Just quick raise of hand. Okay, I can see out of TMOD, I can see Toastmaster Joane, Maanvi. Okay, glad to see so many people familiar with the thing. Well, in my introduction, I said, and to be specific, Toastmaster Raghava said that she is a mindful introvert soul. That's what I said to him. But that was not something which identified myself. It was an acquired personality type because the definition of being quiet changed with time. I'm not relating the people who are quiet are introvert. No, but there is a passage to the same which I literally walked during different phases of life. Now I'm standing here today to share such experience. Not what happened to me, but how I somehow experienced a couple of things. Being quiet and not being quiet changed life and personality to a greater extent in my life. Being quiet might be disturbing to people, but being quiet also makes you a bit thoughtful about situation. Do you know what the strength a quiet personality holds? There are many. Let me give you 3. 1, they are deep thinkers. Now you might channelize it, okay, they are introvert. I don't know, maybe. Are they extrovert? Maybe, I don't know. But they are deep thinkers because they spend their time in thinking through all the things which they come around. Second, they are prudent. How? Well, they approach the situation, maybe the risky situation, a bit calculatively because they are the quieter one. And third, they're effective listeners. Definitely because they keep quiet. Now, with these 3 strong or the strength, they are capable enough, and I categorize myself in that bucket, to overcome situation, to talk to people and deal with them. So if someone is quiet, let's not try to discourage them or to bucket them. Well, along with sales, I have my profession back in soft skills training as well, where I have understood that certain body language or pace or vocal variety doesn't bucket you certain categories. Rather, it's important to understand the congruence among them and to identify someone. With those lines, let me just give you 2 important tips when you come across quiet people and what you can do to empower them. The first and most important tip: don't empower them. It's not your duty to empower them. And second, just follow the tip number 1. It's not about empowering them. It's about engaging with them. Because if you engage with them in the right manner, collaboratively, you can do wonders. Next time, when you see someone sitting in a corner, looking at you, observing you, don't go and ask them, why so quiet? Ask them, what wonderful are you thinking today? Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Smruti Mohanty. So it's like a small story that standing on a bench has traveled me to my old childhood days where I had to stand multiple times just for not keeping quiet. So similar days. And now I've been transitioning into the ambivert and then it's slowly into the introvert with the age and thinking, our deep thinking and everything. So it's good speech overall. So let's move on to the second speech. Let's go on to the second speech. DTM Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta, and evaluator is the Priyanka Rannorey. So Priyanka is available.
Yes, I'm there.
Yeah. So let me introduce our Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. He's a winner of 2 DTM awards and 3 Triple Crown awards and 10 Pathbreaker awards, and the International Speech Contest champion from Division B, District 92. And we are very honored to have him within the same club, actually, to be frankly. And that's our speaker for today and our president, DTM Sourav Dutta. Let's welcome him. He's exploring his path, persuasive influence, and level is level 4, project number 1. Project name is Public Relations Strategies. Speech duration is, timer, keep note of it, 5 to 7 minutes. Speech title is Gabbys. Let's ace it. Over to you, Sourav Dutta, DTM Sourav Dutta. Speech title is Gabbys. Let's ace it.
It's quite ironic because just now you heard Smruti talk about the right to stay quiet and the right to let others stay quiet. And I will be talking about why should we not stay quiet. It was not planned, it's just an accident. But yet, it's a very interesting coincidence, I must say. Why can't we stay quiet at certain times? We can't stay quiet when it comes to public relations, because a man wiser than me had once said, and rightly so, if you don't tell your story, someone else will. I want you to write this down or make a note of it mentally. If you don't tell your story, someone else will. One of the reasons we do public relations is so that we can tell our own story the way it is supposed to be said. What is to be said, when it is to be said, and to whom it must be said. The Gabbys started in September 2020. In December 2022, we decided to start our second club, the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. And in June 2023, we decided to start our third club, the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. As soon as we multiplied to 3 different clubs, I have strict objection to using the word split. As soon as we multiplied to 3 different clubs, a lot of questions started cropping up within and outside the club. Why 3 clubs? Are you wanting to aim for more awards? Is it your strategy to get more mileage? What is the conspiracy theory behind having 3 clubs? Few of them asked us, and few of them actually went out and started building their own narrative of how scrupulous plans can be made to split a club and create 3 different clubs to meet DCP goals. The executive committee, the joint executive committee of the 3 clubs had to take a conscious call that we need to counter this. And we need to counter this with positivity. So the PR strategy that we used at that point of time is what I'm going to share with you. And it's an acronym called ACE. The first is assess. The first thing we understood is that how much do we need to communicate? At what frequency? Who all needs to know? And what we understood is that this question is there in minds of a lot of people, because this is not very common that a club suddenly multiplies to 3 different clubs. We were at 100 when we decided to split into 2 clubs. And then we grew again back to 100, and then we had again 3 clubs. Typically, if you're 100, you would want to go to 150, 160, and then keep growing. So we understood that this is a question that is pretty widespread. Once we got that clarity, the second strategy that we had is C, which is communicate. We needed to understand that how will we communicate to the audience. At that point of time, the ExCom decided that let's have a website. And that's why we have a website now, the gabbystmc.com. Because the website is the best place for us to put our information. And on the homepage itself, we put it in bold that why we have 3 clubs. We have 3 clubs so that we can punch above our weight. We have 3 clubs so that we can achieve more with the same number of members. We have 3 clubs so that we can run the club operations very smoothly. And third, the E of ACE is engage and evaluate. At every point of time, whenever we do a PR strategy, PR is not a once done and dusted kind of an exercise. It is something that has to be continuously evaluated. And if necessary, it has to be worked on. There has to be changes in the PR strategy. So one of the things that we realized is that when we are having these meetings, as you can see, it is working. In a weekday at 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, we have got 30 plus people in attendance. The same kind of attendance you would see on Thursdays and a similar kind of attendance you would see on Saturdays, which clearly means that our messaging in terms of whatever we are doing, in terms of WhatsApp promotions, in terms of social media promotions, in terms of our website, we are actually getting the traffic to the club meeting that we are looking for. Not only that, we are getting visitors and those visitors are getting converted to members. So essentially, all the metrics that we have in terms of a PR strategy working or not working, it all showed green. Now with this in place, the question is what next? And this is where I'm going to talk about something which is probably going to come as a surprise even to my ExCom officers. How do we differentiate? How do we continue to have 3 different clubs maintain their unique identity? And this is what the plan is. The 3 clubs, the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club, would continue to be a club where people would want to join us for a classic Toastmaster meeting, but with a stronger focus on the pathway speeches. There will be evaluations and there will be table topics, and then there will be table topics evaluation. The Thursday meetings that we have for the club, we will be having the speech marathons where 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 speakers also can come and speak. And this is the place where we invite other people to come and deliver their speeches, people from outside of the Gabbys. And the Saturday meetings will be heavily focused on giving the in-person experience. Again, table topics evaluation, and the classic Toastmaster pathway speeches. So with these USPs being very clearly defined, where is the room for growth? How are we going to go? Where are we going to go from here? How are we going to grow from here? So here's the thing. Brace yourselves and get ready for the 4th club of the Gabbys coming up sooner than you would think. A club which would have its own set of differentiation, own set of values, and own set of USPs, which will make it stand apart. Because PR is a continuous exercise. Every day we create a new value, and every day we have a need to communicate the value that we have created to our audience, our prospects, our guests. And that's what we try to do at the Gabbys. Ace it with every meeting. Ace it every week, thrice a week for now. Over to you, Toastmaster.
It's a wonderful speech by DTM Sauradatta. So he took us a journey of the Gabbys Club where we have all joined, and maybe it was wonderful introduction for all of us also. It's the journey of Gabbys and how the future is going to be. It's an honor to be here, and let's. It's another 1 minute. So should we take a break, or else should we just go? Can I go ahead with some interactive questions? Just 2, 3.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So many you people might be thinking, actually space technology, there is so much research they would be spending on it. So where all this goes and all. So let me tell you, there is called space technology, the beds you have been using, like memory foam products, and there are mobiles all the mobile cameras which we have. So this one is just a byproduct of space technology. It's actually real. And it is all made for the astronauts in the International Space Station. And later it is being used for the common usage. Like that, there are multiple spin-off products from the space technology, which is getting used by the Earth, used on the Earth for the same purpose. So after the break, just come up with the 2-3 products which you might think has invented in space and then brought to the Earth. So just come back with that. So let's take a break for 5 minutes and we'll be. Welcome back all after the short break and hope you all regenerated. So I think everyone has come back. So let's start. So I hope you have looked into any of the products like spin-off products from the space technology. Do anyone has that in mind? Back in mind?
Your
What's
GPS tracking?
Which one?
Your GPS?
Yeah, GPS is meant for the space and then we have been using from the space technology. It's not, the question is, we have invented for space, but we are just using commonly on everyday basis at every household, in every household.
GPRS.
Yeah, GPS, yeah. It's a water purifier systems, invisible braces you have.
Dish, set-top box,
Dish, antennas.
antennas.
So antennas which and scratch our lenses, scratch resistant lenses. All these are just made for the space technology only. So these are the just spin-off products and many other products like hydroponics. Just growing the agriculture. Now agriculture is becoming better with the less water, time the water, time the light and everything. That is being used in the space station and the same is being done in now in India and many other solar power. So the panels are getting more efficient because we had to be light. We had to be more efficient when you're going to space because each kg of payload to take $20,000, 10,000. Now SpaceX is reducing that way a lot, $5,000 to $20,000. It's varying now. So it's like that. So that's where the space technology is always becoming a important topic for the country to be to do the research. One is for the expanding, we know the unknown boundaries. We all do have the exposure on the Earth with the boundary, within our boundaries. So we are very curious to explore beyond the boundaries always. And then the unlimited boundaries is space. That's where everyone is curious about. So let me go with the satellites. We all have different functions of satellites. Actually, GPRS, which is on daily use, like we use on daily basis and everyone uses it. Apart from that, all nations, or India, there is a Earth observation satellite. They are sentinels of Earth. Satellites also can be called as sentinels. So which observes the Earth and they give the insights, weather data, climate data, disasters. So they help from there. And satellite communications. Nowadays, it's becoming more normal and reaching the remote areas where the ATMs work in the remote areas and with the SATCOM prominence. And all the financial transactions, actually all this happens because of the GPS satellites where the timing synchronization happens. So this is how everyday life is. We are dependent on the space technology. One or another way, our navigation is getting big. We are able to reach our friends' home just because of that. And over the period of time, all the energy systems, telecommunication towers, all these works because of the timing synchronization of the space station, GPS systems. So all this is happening just because of space technology. That is one part where everyone has a space technology. Actually, it's not called as a sector. It has a high impact on the overall economy. That's where we have everyone interest in the space technology also, and the research is also been happening. So let's move on to the. Oh, actually, everyone, you keep in the next role. Actually, I'll be you can ask me the questions and then I'll be just answering. So that it will be other way around, so that I will also get to know other way. And then let's move on to the table topic sessions today. Table topic is an opportunity for our members to practice that impromptu speaking, where it gets improved with the impromptu speaking and all. So now welcome our table topic master for today, Toastmaster Ritu. She is from Mumbai with a remarkable journey of 8 years in the BPO industry and 4 years in the edutech industry experience with rewards and recognition. Her major role is to help students with the right education, enriching her counseling proficiency and banking almost 10,000 students enrollments every year. With this achievement, she also collaborated with iQuery Australia for students, onboarding to overseas education programs. With a fair chance in the game of choice, she got the opportunity to work as a public speaking expert after completing the soft skills and public speaking course by ICBI. So she is currently working as a public expert with Planet Spark. She loves interacting with children, teaching, cooking, and gardening and partying. Over to you, Ritu, Toastmaster Ritu.
Thank you, Raghava. Good evening, Toastmasters. So I'm the table topic master today. I hope I'm audible. Am I audible? Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Okay, welcome guests as well and Toastmasters. Table topic enables members to develop skills of impromptu speaking. Table topic helps to train members to quickly organize and express their thoughts. You can think of table topic speech as a mini speech with an opening, body, and conclusion. This also provides speaking opportunity for any member who is not on duty in the meeting agenda. Guests may also participate if they wish. Each speaker is required to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Participants are disqualified at 2 minutes, 30 seconds. So be just aware about the timings. So we'll get started. I want volunteers raising hands. All right. I want more of participations from the guest.
So, Ritu.
Okay, hi, Priyanka.
Ritu, we have Dina also with us since we're taking this table TTM role for the first time. So Dina has some superpower. She gives her speeches on chat. So you have to first give the first topic to Dina on chat, read out a topic and then put the topic on chat. So whenever Dina is in the meeting, the first topic goes to her. That's the Gabbys way.
All right, noted. Noted, Sourav. All right. So I'm sure, the topic of space is something that we have from the childhood gazed at the star and the moons in the sky, right? And it's very close to me because I think I'm on the best planet on this mankind, and I don't want to fly and go to sky. I don't want to meet the planets. But now, as we've heard of from Raghav, there's so much of innovations. There's an epic journey of this satellites been happening, and it's so much of development. I've also heard humans also exist there. So let me just roll out some nice questions and need your participation. So Gianna, the first question, I'm going to put it on the chat for you. So the question is, if you could take one person from the Earth to the moon, who would you like to choose to go with and why? Diana? The question is, if you would take one person from the Earth to the Moon, who would you choose to go with and why?
Yeah, she will give her answer on chat, Ritu. I will read it out during my PO address.
All right. Okay, Sourav. My next question is to, let's say, I have Anand.
Ma.
Hi, Anand. Can you just come on the camera if
Yes, ma'am.
possible? Hi.
Yes.
All right. So we talk about moon and space, but how valuable is the space in relationship?
Okay. Once again.
If we talk about, I'll just type it in the chat also. Just a moment. So the question is, we talk about moon and space, right? How
Yeah.
valuable is the space in the relationship?
Okay. A somewhat a difficult topic, though I will try. So always, right, we have to challenge ourselves so that we can improve. So the astrophysics, astroscience, so it's out of topic for me. Anyway, why we want to talk on moon and space, but how valuable is the space in its relationship? What I know that the space is that something outside the world, right? The world is a somewhat round in shape. Outside that, it is a somewhat the space. I have seen that in movies and all, the rocket that goes to the space, okay, and also it goes to the moon. So these are all the things I have seen in the TV video, and also spiritually I have heard that the Siddhas has the power to reach to various space and various planet and all. So if you go to the space, what you can see is that you can see the how the earth rounds, the always the earth round, right? So that we can able to move. Otherwise, it will be a challenge that. And also when you go to the space also, how many planets are there? I have studied in the school. There are Mars, Jupiter, all these things. I can see how it round the earth, that I can see visibly. That is a very good gift for me also. And one more thing, I was really astonished about that. A lot of accident is happening on the road. If you see the planet, everything is completely synchronized. There is no hit on both the planets. See, based upon that only, in the physics also, we have developed atoms. Atoms is right. In the atoms, you can see the proton, electron, as well as a neutron. Right, that neutron, electron is spinning around the neutron. So that is completely related to the space. What is there in our body? That is cell, atom. That has got lot of relationship with the space. This is what I know about that, the unique table topic. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Anand. And that was a brilliant description about the moons and the stars and satellites. Thank you for all your knowledge. Thank you so much. Moving to the next question, I want Yogesh. Yogesh, you are available? Can you come on the camera? Yogesh Kumar?
Yeah.
Okay, I can hardly hear you. Okay, there I see you. The question is in the chat. If the trip, yeah, hi, Yogesh, can be a bit louder?
Hello.
Hi, Yogesh. Hi there. Am I audible?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible now. So the question is, if you trip to any planet free of cost, okay, would you like to take a trip? It's free of cost.
Yes, of course. But yes, I will not be the first one. I'll have to see how it goes. I'll have to see the previous people, what is their experience, and is it safe, and all those stuffs. And only then we would take a trip. Who would not want to travel? I'm the one who love to travel to different places. And especially when it comes to the different planet, it will be a very good experience, discovery of a lot of things. And of course, you will have to look for some surprises and all those things. What are the things which are available there? Can humans survive in a different planet? How is the weather there? All those stuff matters a lot. And it will be an adventure. So I always look for an adventure, and that's going to be very challenging and very it gives you an experience which you have not got till now. So that's very what you gain there, that's so important. And yeah, that's my take.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much, Yogesh. And that was such a honest answer. Okay, thank you so much for the insights and the way you can plan the trip, even if it is free of cost. My next question is, Aparna, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello. All right. So hi. So my question to you is, why do people relate better to sun and the moon? What is that thing? Why do people relate? You must have also, in movies and a lot of songs that are picturized, you always have sun and the moon, and people relate it so faster. Why is it that?
Human race is essentially full of dreamers. We're all dreamers, irrespective of what our reality is. And what can be bigger than the big shining ball that you watch in the sky every single day from the time you're born till the time you die, and you still can't reach it. You still can't even go near it. You can't touch it, and it's the most powerful thing. And that is why it forms the crux of our dreams. Everything unattainable yet so beautiful is the sun for us. And come night, when we are all sad, maybe because you've had a bad day, or very happy because you've just met the love of your life, or simply very calm and relaxed and happy to be back home with your family, you feel a sense of calmness and you look out the window. What do you see? The ever so soothing moon. Unattainable, yet the difference between the sun and the moon here would be that the moon looks like a friend who's just looking out for you and saying, hey, you know what? It's okay to retire now. I'm going to retire too. And I don't have my own shine. I borrow my shine from the sun, and that's okay. It reminds you. You might not shine like the sun, but you can still shine if you want to shine. And I believe these are the differentiators. The sun on one side, which is not attainable, and the moon on the other side, not attainable, yet so relatable. And this is how we are as humans, right? We oscillate between these two things. And that is why I believe we relate to the sun and the moon the most. We describe to something very, very powerful as the sun and something very calm and soothing as the moon. What better way to describe something? Because this, everybody on earth will understand when I say, you are the moon of my life, or you burn like the sun. It's a very relatable factor. And I believe that is why people like to say sun and moon when they're describing things. So today, are you going to be our sun or are you going to be the moon, Toastmaster Ritu? Over to you.
Thank you so much, Aparna. That was great. I mean, this was a time when I used to look at the moon and, crib about how my day is gone because the moon is not shining. The moon is got quarter, the shapes of the moon gets changing as far as my moods. So that was well described. I move to the next question. Is Rajat Santosh there? Rajat? Yeah, can you come on the camera? Yeah, thank you. If you spend a vacation on the space, how would it like to be? How would you plan it?
Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm someone who loves traveling solo. I wouldn't say love, but there are its challenges, of course, but if I get an opportunity to spend a vacation on the moon, I would picture it from the movie that Matt Damon starred in. I believe it was something, The Martian. Yes, the movie Martian, where Matt Damon spent an entire number of days alone. I would picture maybe I'd carry my books with me so that I can sit and read while the sight of the earth is in front of me, wondering what are all the minions in the earth are up to right now while I rule as a king in space while reading a book. Second would be what to eat, probably. What are the kinds of food I have? Do I need to farm or produce any kind of food like Matt Damon did in the movie The Martian? And third would be, is there any other living beings on Earth? If there are any other living beings on Earth, can we actually form a Toastmasters club of space? Where every one of us can meet, offline meeting. Everyone will be floating in the air, giving pathway speeches while they are finding it hard to sit or stand. That will indeed be a great addition to it. But more or less, our first speaker talked about silence. So when I'm alone in a vacation, that means that I'll get a lot of time in silence, which means that I will be able to organize my thoughts a little bit, let out my emotions, and probably after the vacation from space, I will be more emotionally matured when I reach back on Earth. It will benefit me in some ways. So in a nutshell, I would say books, finding ways to eat, if possible, form a Toastmasters club, and also be a little bit more emotionally mature by taking advantage of the silence that's around. Thank you, and back to the table topic master.
Thank you, Rajat. What a well preparation for the vacation on the space. Thank you so much for the insights. And we move to the next question for Rajesh. Satyavada. Rajesh, can you come on the camera, please?
I'm not camera friendly, Ritu, but I'll still give it a try.
Yeah, we would love to see you.
It's okay. You can
So
take
you think,
probably on camera.
okay, all right. So Rajesh, do you think human existence is possible? What's your take on that?
Human existence is possible. That's why we are here. You and I are talking together on this planet Earth. But if your question was pertaining to human existence beyond Earth, time would only tell. But let me take you through a journey, an imaginary journey, where we're all traveling in a spacecraft. Imagine something like the Star Trek, where we are traveling at the speed of light, traveling into the future. The reason I say future, because today, when we look up to the sky, all we see is past. The light that is traveling from stars, the suns, or the planets are mere reflections of the light that has started a couple of light years ago and reaching your eyes. And if you were to travel at the same speed, you would definitely be traveling in future and looking forward to what humanity would look like probably 100 years from today. As we all know, today in Bangalore, for most of the guests who are unaware, we were going through a certain heat wave. And a few showers here and there have drastically put down the temperature by 3 to 4 degrees. So if you were to ask me, do you think human existence is possible on Earth or beyond? Definitely. But only time would tell and make it a reality. As for now, it's still fiction. Back to you, Ritu.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Thank you so much, Rajesh. And now we move to the next. Maanvi, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Ritu, last topic, this one. You're on mute.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Maanvi, you must have heard this from your teacher and your parents saying that you would like to shine like a star. So which star would you like to shine like?
Shining like a star is something I never dreamt of. Even with my teachers, my parents, my mentors said the same. Stars have their own existence, and even the sun is counted in the star. But you know what? You have your own reality. You have your own originality that no one can ever copy. Even if people try to shine like stars, they cannot because they are very different from stars. Even if phrase shining as bright as sun, we all know we can never do that because both have their own individuality. Shining like a star, shining bright like a sun, or shining calmly like a moon is something we should never go on with, is what I perceive. We have that one thing that we have to find with which we can shine with what we have. You can shine like Ritu. I can shine like Maanvi. Why do we need stars as an example, sun as an example, or even moon as an example? I know they are very good examples. They do help in phrasing when we are training or we are teaching. But what if we start teaching children, shine like your own self? Be who you are instead of comparing yourself with any individual, anything, or any person. Don't you think that will create a different human life? Don't you think the confidence that a small child will have will bring a shining child in front of every single human and can even be the best example? So instead of shining like a star or shining like a moon or sun, try to shine as you are. Shine as bright as you can and don't compare yourself ever. Table topic master.
I'm impressed. That was really impressive. Thank you so much, Toastmasters. So I'm done with all the topics. Over to you, Raghav.
Yeah. Actually, we all should give a huge round of applause to the tabletop master who has given simple yet challenging table topics, and the persons who have attended the table topics, they bring out such a nice aspects and different thought process for the challenging topics like this. So that will much more improve us in this aspect. So let's go ahead with that. So huge round of applause to both. And now let's a timer. Could you announce for any disqualifications for both the prepared speeches and the table topics?
Yes, Toastmaster of the day. Nobody is time disqualified.
Okay. So moving on to that, moving on to later, the coming to general evaluator. So we'll be evaluating the next, we'll be going to the next session and where we'll be evaluating the speeches, prepared speeches, and then over to you, Toastmaster Punith, for general evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raghav. Today's meeting that made me think of everyone is curious about spaces, active audience participations, and I see more audience raising their hands in table topic speeches, table topic session. And I think this is the main motivation to explore spaces. Now, let's share my observation to today's meeting. Let me start with the prepared speeches. Today we had two speeches, and the first speech. Let's start with the first speech. And just a second. Yeah, the first speech is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Sudhakar Thaomankar. With a distinguished career spanning 19 years, Sudhakar Thaomankar, a seasoned chartered accountant, has held various leadership positions overseeing all aspects of finance. Currently, he specializes in virtual CFO services supporting startups, SMEs, and MSMEs. He likes cycling, yoga, fitness, and reading books and traveling in his free time. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Sudhakar. Please share the feedback of this first speeches. Over to you, Toastmaster Sudhakar.
Thank you. I'm audible, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Smruti, actually, I have heard your speeches, watched your speeches for last 2-3 months since I joined Toastmasters. And I must say that I always admired you as a speaker. So coming to today's speech, first thing first, I think your opening was very strong and epic. In fact, it took me at least 2-3 seconds to realize that it was by design. I was thinking, is there something wrong? You are looking at camera. So it was fabulous and well done there. You introduced the theme very well. In fact, it was very engaging. And I was completely involved in your speech. And I think for a couple of seconds, I forgot that I have to evaluate your speech and then realize quickly you are asking questions to audiences. So you are engaging them. So well done there too. And the third point is you beautifully connected the theme to the personality types, giving very clearly explaining why some people are quiet and linking to their personality types. Your body language is body language too good, and overall voice modulation was excellent. Your closing remarks also very good. You suggested ways to handle the quiet people. So excellent there. So overall, it was excellent speech and well done. However, couple of improvements. What I felt, though it is very difficult to list them, I felt in middle of speech, middle segment, that is after 3 or 4 minutes, I felt your energy was little dropping. Your overall energy was very great from when you started, but in the middle, I felt a little dropping. Voice modulation was excellent, but again in the middle end actually, I felt a little flat. Third point is, I think I felt you are very close to the camera, and I think little fast in the end. Overall, great speech, and back to general evaluator.
Let's give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Sudhakar. Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhakar. I agree with your points. And coming to Toastmaster Smruti's speech, and in short, the speech opening was great, and throughout your speech was engaging. Because of the questions that you asked, totally intriguing, and that made me memory lane to my school days. Takeaways, personality types, drawing new perspective to people who are quiet, and every time you come, whenever you give a speech, this comes with a strong message, and that is totally new to me. And thank you for that. And let us give a big round of applause for Toastmasters Smruti. Now let's move to the next. Next speech was given by distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. His speech is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Priyanka Rannorey. Priyanka Rannorey is R&D engineer at Nokia, fitness enthusiast, enjoy traveling to places that hold significant history. Priyanka is the area director of Area B4 District 92. Please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Priyanka. And over to you, Priyanka, and please share your feedback of second speech.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and your guest. A very good evening, and the speaker in particular. The project had two purposes: practice the skills needed to effectively use public relations strategy, and the second one is to share some aspects of his or her public relations strategy. In my opinion, the speaker met both the purpose very well by sharing the story about the Gabbys, how it started, and from how it moved from 1 club to 3 clubs. The speaker shared us the strategy of public relation with an acronym ACE, ACE, and I will evaluate the speaker with an acronym PAT, PATT, because I believe He deserves a pat on his back for what he's done for Gabbys, for the opportunities that he has created, and the PR strategies that he has built and followed, where we are all reaping the benefits of it for the club and to the outside of the club. Okay, moving on to the P. The P stands for the presentation, and the speaker had a very good presentation. The speech was well crafted, well structured. It emphasized on what PR is all about, what challenges that anyone could encounter during a PR activity, and how it needs to be handled. The second that is the A, stands for attention. The purpose also involved about how engaging the speech would be as per the guidelines. And in my opinion, the speaker shared such story that got us all very engaged and intrigued to listen more about, because it was a story that we all have been a part of in a small or in a big way. So in that, kudos to you, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. And the third, I would like to share that there are two areas that maybe the speaker can pay a little attention. That is the transition and the termination, where I felt at certain areas, the transition was a little not very clear. At many places, you use this, here is the thing, for starting from one point to the other. I heard this couple of times, and there was another phrase which I've not made a note of. I'll probably hear the speech and share it to you. Maybe that could be avoided when you're using it as a transition. Second is the conclusion part, that is the termination, where I felt it was a little abrupt during the conclusion. Maybe that could have been a little more impactful. Otherwise, a great speech, nice to know about the Gabbys, and these two areas, if it was a little more emphasized, it was a great speech. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka. And DTM Sourav, your speech, it gives a comprehensive idea about how Gabbys meetings are organized and the value of each meeting. And your speech gives an idea about how each actions are meticulously scrutinized and associated with a strong purpose. And thank you for sharing that. Let us give a round of applause for our speaker, Sourav, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav, and Evaluator Toastmaster Priyanka. Now, okay, I forgot. The first speech evaluator is going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Joane Joseph. Joane Joseph, if you are there, if you are ready, I will call you, or I will call you at the end. Okay, you are in mute.
Yeah, I'm ready. Shall I start?
Sure. Please introduce you. Joane Joseph, a content writer and passionate reader, is an introvert who finds joy in conversation. She immerses herself in diverse music genres and languages, while her free evenings are spent treasure hunting in vintage book and stationery stores. Hailing from Mumbai, she cherishes the sunrises and sunsets at Marine Drive. And she is going to evaluate Toastmaster Sudhakar's evaluation speech. And over to you, Toastmaster Joane Joseph.
Good evening, everyone, and special good evening to you, Sudhakar. Let me just ask you, is this the first time you're evaluating?
Yes.
In the history of Toastmasters, in your history of Toastmasters, yes?
Yes.
Oh, wow, fantastic. I'll tell you, for a first-time evaluator, I was surprised by your evaluation. Because when I was sitting and noting down, I saw you gave more than 7 positive points to your speaker. Okay, this is a fantastic start for an evaluator. Even I couldn't find 7 positive points for your speaker, but you did it. This shows that you're a very observant person and you're very detail oriented. You go deep into things and observe and note them down. And this is a very good thing, especially for your speaker. You have that ability to encourage people and, uplift them, which is the number one ability that any evaluator should have. So keep this up. Keep this quality of finding the positives in every speaker that you read. But I'll directly go into what you could do better, because I feel you have already that positive motivation. I don't need to talk about that. Now, what you could have done better. 3 things. Number 1 is time management. You started your recommendations at yellow card. I noted this down. Now, this is danger zone, because after the yellow card, you have hardly 1 minute. Okay, and 1 minute is not sufficient to give a proper recommendation. So what personally I do as an evaluator is, before even the green card starts, like almost at that first green card, I will start my recommendation. So that from green to yellow, I have exactly 1 minute for all the recommendations, and then I have 1 more minute left for summary. So this time management is something that you have to think about. The second thing is your feedback. You are such a detail oriented person, but I felt like when it came to feedback, you were not detailed enough. See, as an evaluator, it's not enough that you say what can be done better. You have to say how it can be done better. You said, you were like, just in the end, your energy went low. If you could note down how she could have brought that energy high, why it went low, that critical analysis that as an evaluator you do, that will help your speaker to become better, right? Because there will be 10 people who can come and say, oh, you could have done better, but how? That is the job of an evaluator. So that how, keep that how in mind. And third thing, you said voice modulation in the good part, and then you said voice modulation in the, something to improve. As an evaluator, you have to make that decision. What is it? It's your decision, right? When you give the feedback, you have to decide, does Smruti really need a feedback where her voice modulation needs improvement, or is it that she is positive, she's good? So make that decision already in your mind, and then either give it as a positive or negative. Otherwise, as a speaker, I'm confused. What is it evaluator saying? Was it good or was it bad? So overall, I'm telling you, I have very high expectations from you, because for the first evaluation, you have done such a fantastic job. I see you're going to be a great evaluator in the future. Just think about time management. Think about make the decision on your own, whether this should be a positive or an area of improvement. Okay. And how, whenever you choose a feedback, how is this going to help the speaker and how can she do better? These three things, and you're going to ace it as an evaluator. All the best. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joane Joseph. And your speech was like a detailed observation about the speech with the constructive and encouraging feedback. And thank you for taking this role at the last moment and being an impact player. And let's give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Sudhakar and Toastmaster Joane Joseph. Now, let me share my observation about today's meeting right from the beginning. And firstly, today I appreciate SA for creating a warm environment with the chit chat session, and along with asking the members to rename their roles and the AV chat. I strongly encourage SA to continue to do that. And I also suggest all members to involve in the chit chat session and make this warm environment so that it creates a comfortable environment for a guest, and along with the also members, it helps us to talk and be comfortable in the meeting. This is the start line. And I also request all role players to join the meeting at least 5 minutes before. So, or if you are not able to join on the time, you can send a short message. I think we have a group, role players group. You can create a short message saying I will be late by 5 minutes, so that we can SA can stay calm, saying that okay, the people will join. And yeah, coming to SA, and like every meeting, she comes with a clarity and shares the set the ground rules and share the club missions and intro about the PO. And when she speaks with the clarity, confidence, and smile. And I have nothing much to add. You are doing well. Let's give a round of applause for today's SA Toastmaster Maanvi. Now, coming to PO address, and here what I observed in today's PO address is giving a chance to share intro of new guests. And it happens when you attend the meetings regularly and you know people. And you did that well, this with Toastmaster Sourav, and sharing the importance of Toastmasters, what is about Toastmasters in a short and elegant way, and along with the highlighting the 100 years of Toastmasters, 100 years of district, and along with it, he also mentioned why we should join Gabbys Toastmasters Club, and you explained about the diversity, and I like the transition that you used, and you used diversity, and you made the transition from why you should join Toastmasters, why Gabbys Toastmasters, to introducing the Toastmasters of the day. I like that part, and finally you end with the humor, and overall, I like your PO address today. And I don't have much to add for your PO address. Let us give a round of applause for today's PO. Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav. Now coming to Toastmaster of the day, and today the Toastmaster of the day is Toastmaster Raghav, and today he picked the topic he loves and engaged the audience with intriguing questions. I was curious about each question. It is about why satellite and products of space races. I never know that, and today I came to know that. And I appreciate the compliment transition of each speeches, and especially we are on time. And it was difficult usually when we take the role for the first time, but he did it well, and it did it well in first the first time you picked the role, and it is like a hit the ball out of the park in the first attempt. And congratulations for that. And one suggestion: take the role more often, and I eagerly wait for the next interesting theme from you. Let us give a round of applause for Toastmaster Raghava. Now, the next role is a table topic master, and yeah, we are seeing how the topics were. How the topics were. I think I saw more people raise their hand to uh, participate in table topic session. It shows that how the topics were intriguing, interesting, and I was hooked to my chair and listened to all speeches because the topics were interesting, and the members who shared their opinions, those are great. And all of the members are able to speak for 2 minutes. This is this is what observed in the today's meeting. I think that it rarely happens where the speakers speak for 1 minute. They wait to complete 1 minute. I've seen people talking more till crossing 2 minutes. And compliment about each speeches and clarity of words are definitely commendable. And our compliments were quite encouraging. If I want to add a few suggestions, and it is not for her, it is for a SAA or someone to inform TTN that giving the first topic to Toastmaster Gianna, you can, if they are taking the role for the first time, you can say it. You can send a short message, and another one. Sometimes I observed that the topics were the lengthy. You can stick to. You can just come up with a topic which is of size 5 to 10 words, so that it would be easier for everyone to understand. And apart from that, the topics were good. I like it. Let us give use and of applause for Toastmaster Ritu. And with that, I hope all of us enjoyed the theme and today's meeting. I enjoyed a lot. Today's theme is quite interesting, and the lot of takeaways from today's meeting. And with this, I hand over the stage back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Raghav. Raghav, are you there?
For just me to understand primer and grammarian, so we'll be introducing now, right?
Oh, sorry, I forgot it. Okay. Thank you for reminding that. Now let's back to TAGL rule report. Can I request timer to share the report? Is there any disqualifications?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Can I screen share it?
Yeah, or you can mention if there is any disqualification in evaluation table topic on prepared speeches.
There are no time disqualifications.
Okay, good. You can share the report in the chat. Toastmasters Safa.
Yeah.
Are you there? Yeah, you can share the report in the chat. And
yeah, sure.
Yeah. So kudos to everyone. We do not have any disqualification today. And yeah, we can also see who are taken this from the slide.
Is it visible?
Yes, it is. Toastmaster Sofa, if you are speaking, okay. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Sofa. Now let's move on to the next role. I would like to call our counter role. Please share your report.
Thank you, General Evaluator.
Sridevi S.
Shall now share the report. Hope it's visible now.
Yes, it is.
So I would like to congratulate Aparna, Maanvi, Raj, Satya, so those three of them, and I would also request the others to reduce the usage of filler words to enhance your communication skills. Thank you, General Evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sridevi, for being so attentive and recording each and every the pillar was. And let us give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Sridevi. Now let's move on to the next role, Toastmaster Shrilakshmi. Toastmaster Shrilakshmi, can you share your reports?
Zoom moderator, can you please give me the screen sharing, right? Zoom master.
You have.
The screen sharing, guys.
Okay, thank you. I can do it now. Today usage word is epic. I was expecting more people to use it, but I can find only Sudhakar Thaomankar has used the word of the day. It would have been good if more people have used it. I feel this word is more difficult, so to use the word, so I got less usage of the word. And some good usage of the good usages in the meeting. They are deep thinkers by Toastmaster Smruti. The E of Ease by TM Sourav, Dutta. Our prospects, TM Sourav. I always look for adventure. Yogesh, our guest for today. And you are the moon of my life, Toastmaster Aparna. And rhetorical devices. Are you familiar with any personality by Toastmaster Smruti? And metaphor, difference between sun and moon is like just a second, sorry. The difference between sun and moon, moon looks like a friend, and for a recommendation, for your body language was too good. Instead, you should have used. You have an excellent body language. Overall, it's an excellent excellent report. If I missed any good usage of the words, please forgive me. Over to you, GE.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shrilakshmi. Let us give a round of applause for Toastmaster Shrilakshmi for the comprehensive report. Now let's move on to the next role, listener role. Now it is time to test our listening skills. And over to you, Toastmaster Kishan.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator. I will ask my first question. This is regarding the speech of Toastmaster Smruti. She mentioned about the fruit. She was speaking about her childhood and school time. What is that? She mentioned about a fruit. It was apple. She was
Apple, huh?
Yeah. And Toastmaster Murthy, I am moving into the next questions. Toastmaster Murthy mentioned 2 steps to follow when you see a quite isolated person. What are the 2 steps?
Let them be quiet. Don't ask them why they are quiet. Instead, ask them what is it that they are thinking.
It was step 1, do not empower them. Step 2, refer to step 1.
That's correct. Thank you very much. The third one, this is regarding the Toastmaster Saurav speech. When did Gabbys start third club?
2023 June.
That's correct. And fourth one, this is regarding the table topics speech done by Toastmaster Santos. If Toastmaster Santos has a chance to spend a vacation in space, what is the main thing he wants to carry?
Book.
Right, great. And this is my final one. What was the advice Toastmaster Maanvi gave to us during table topic speech?
Don't compare to stars.
Don't
Yourself.
shine like a star, shine your best.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you very much. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kishan. And except the first question, we are good at listening skill. We are good at listening. And thank you, and over to Toastmaster.
Okay. Thank you, General Evaluator and TAGL team for bringing out the feedback and which is very much needed. Why I'm saying all the time the feedback is very much important, because I come from that background where even small mistake happens, it's a loss of billions almost. It has proven multiple times where the point, and I will give you an example. Just one, a single thread of thing has, because of that single thread during the test, it got into the one plumbing where the launch got failed. Indian launch. So old rocket of 300 crores, the old people taxes. So it's not, it's long back away, but it's just one of the example how much things are important, and getting the feedback and then implementing again. So that will improve us anyway. So let's going back to, I think we have good enough time to go back to the space theme, and then let's reverse the roles today, and then just let's free the space of the curious minds, from your curious minds and all. So let's shoot the questions, and I'll be answering one after another. So is that okay?
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so Toastmaster Raghava, we are normally told nothing is rocket science, or something is not as difficult as rocket science. You know, rocket science is compared to something very difficult in learning. But you tell me, is rocket science really that difficult?
To be frankly speaking, yes. One thing, because rocket is having multiple complicated systems all together, and everything has to work at one time. Even a millisecond variation of one system, the whole system is gone. That is where the complication lies. Every system has to work perfect at all times, and we do multiple tests for every failure, like a failure test and all we do. For everything, it has to qualify, and then multiple times, and then it has to repeat repetitively. That's why the reliability factor is more important. Because of the reliability factor only, the space rocket science is more complex, because the loss is in billions.
Thank you.
Can I ask the next question?
Yes.
Hi, Toastmaster Raghava. So I want to get a perspective of a scientist or someone who's from the space field. Do you believe genuinely there are aliens? And do you think they're intelligent than the human race? If so, why? If not so, why? What does this, the space community think about this?
I was about to bring the topic just at the end, just before the end of that. So to clarify everyone that there's common misconception about aliens, UFOs and everything. So it's all in the science fiction, and there are multiple video makers who does this, but there is no concrete proof or the proof of existence of extraterrestrial life so far, or aliens so far, by any space technologists or in the any scientific organizations. There is no concrete. So we can say that there are no aliens so far. We are the only ones existing, and proud to say that, in the solar system at least. So all the videos you see next time, so just don't believe them. It's just for the YouTube.
So all the money that went for all the Hollywood movies, that was just a sham, huh?
Yes. That's just for entertainment. But there are some science fiction movies and books, like Isaac Asimov has mentioned by Punith, which is getting to be very true, like the Star Trek. There are some, they work on the real physics also. The interstellar, Martian, they consider the real physics, they take into the team, and they do the work on that also. But aliens and all, it's just for entertainment. And it brings out the curiosity within us to explore more also. Okay, maybe alien might be there. Let's explore more. They might be there. We might not be knowing. That's it. But we cannot rule out also that we are only ones. Never. Okay, next question.
Meeta has a question.
Any?
Okay, I have a question. And we are doing all these researches in space. And who will own the space? The person who discovered or person who has power?
Okay. One thing, space is, there is a treaty by all the countries. All the countries, there is a common treaty that space is for no one. Space has to be used for the common purpose, which is beneficial for every human. And all the space materials or the space exploration, everything that is happening. So space is for everyone, every country. It should be a common benefit for all the people, but it is going to change with the space exploration technologies coming forward. Because now USA is at the forefront of Mars exploration, and some countries, because of their own financial backgrounds, they will be lacking. And they'll be exploring and they'll be establishing their own things, and then the people who have the money, they will be getting the resources back to Earth, and they will be flourishing more, because space is a huge bundle of resource, minerals and all. So that's where the difference will come. But space is for no one, actually. So it's for everyone again.
I had a question. Yes, I wanted to know, like, which age group you will start for research, like studying for the space and all about that, to make them become a scientist or in this field, right? Which age group is right age for them to reach for this level, to research and all that, right? Starting from school age. I'm just asking from school age.
To be frankly speaking, school age is the best to just let them explore about not only space, any topic, what they interest of. Let them explore. They just get to know the science about behind that. It should be like from 6th to 7th onward, they should be knowing about the rockets, satellites, at least the basic science of it, why it works, why it is existing. Then that will create them curiosity to learn more. They themselves will be learning more if they are very much intrigued. You are creating just the trigger that curiosity. That's it. It should be like 6th and 7th class. It should be starting. And no, nothing is like a rocket. There is no specific field we can go into the rocket science alone. It's now in the engineering. Now medical people will be coming into the astronauts, and other fields are also there. They are where other people are exploring now in the going forward. So for the current generation, it's on safe side. It need not be just engineering.
Thank you.
Any other? Okay. So just let me, okay. Let me just go forward, just explain the satellites and all. Another 1 minute. So we have. So I just clarified that there are no aliens. I think it's okay. You can sleep safe tonight. And there are multiple satellite systems and space tourism things are happening. And all these things are going to improve your life at very fast scale going forward. And it will be keeping you safe at the borders and everything that is happening, being in the space and defense space also. I'm the person I can tell like where India is working together to keep all the citizens, or any other country, most of the countries are working on their space capabilities. And next space is going to be the next war zone also. So that's why everyone is building their own capability, and things are happening in that way, aligned in that way also. So just Another thing to just ponder upon is like we are all civilizations. Like we have been there for almost 5,000 to 10,000 years almost. So till now there is a type 0 civilization, type 1 civilization. Just think about when read about that where we are, and it's all about the matter of energy and matter in space. So it's a space, be it or atoms, and one other person has mentioned atoms or anything. So it's just a matter of energy and space. We are in the type 0 civilization, type 1 civilization. So if we just think and read about that, you will be getting more intriguing nature, like a type 1, type 2, type 3 civilizations. And maybe we'll be there in 100 to 200 years towards the type 1 civilization, once we have all the technological advancements to get the energy, whatever is sourced on the earth. So that is currently we are in the 0.73 scale. On the Kardashev scale, we call it. So just read about that. Maybe just little call to action like that for more curious persons. There is a company in Bangalore that teaches space concepts to children. Yeah, Genex Space. Anything related to space, maybe I'm very much connected in the ecosystem. So now let's move on to the presiding officer. I think the time, and we need to very strict with the times anyway. So let's move on to the presiding officer, DTM Sourav Dutta. Over to you.
Thank you so much. And let me start with the presiding officer address with first, reading out the speech for someone who's been eagerly waiting for this. So let me first read this out. This is my first responsibility. And yes, Dina. Thank you, Table Topic Masters. Take my best friend from Earth around. So before that, what was Dina's topic? Her topic was be 1 second. If you could take one person from Earth to the moon, who would you choose to go with and why? So Dina says, thank you, Table Topic Masters. Take my best friend from Earth to the moon. My good friend is from high school and she is an epic character. There are a lot of stars and it is epic pretty. The stars look epic all the time at night. I choose to go to the center of the sky and make an epic film, and I cannot take breath in lung, and that would be epic. Thank you, Table Topic Master, Dina. Thank you, Dina, and thank you for the lovely. Thank you for the lovely speech. And we are going to now launch the polls. And also let me mention that Dina also used the word of the day multiple times. Madam Grammarian, please take note. And we are now going to launch the polls. And as the polls progress, do we have any guests in the meeting still left? Yes, I have Santhana Maria. Santhana, do you want to share your quick feedback about how you liked the meeting? How was this meeting around space? Santhana, we couldn't hear you. We missed if you said something. Okay. Her audio is not working. That's fine, Santhana. Please feel free to put your comments on chat if any. In the meanwhile, let me quickly move on to my closing comments. So I am extremely disappointed, Raghav, to be very honest. You said that now you can sleep peacefully, that there are no aliens. No, I can't. I mean, I'm just thinking how much of money I have wasted till now, watching all the Hollywood movies and Bollywood movies, knowing fully well that there is an alien out there. It's just a matter of time before I bump into one, right? And today you came and you let us know that no, there are no aliens. And then you say, go and sleep peacefully. How is that even possible? Why did we not meet you earlier, Raghav? Anyways, the damage that is done is done. So next time, anything about space, I'm going to first check with you, get it validated. Shall I spend my money there and then go for it, right, Raghav? And thank you so much. It was a very engaging session. Couple of things I would want to call out. We had someone who was evaluating for the first time, which is Toastmaster Sudhakar Thaomankar. Already your evaluator has praised you for that, but I must tell you, it's not easy. There are people who make evaluations look easy, like Joanne and Aparna, but it's not easy. I can tell you that. And you did a fantastic job. So I think you deserve a lot of kudos for that. And our table topic master for today, Ritu, you are doing this for the first time, right? Sudharma, Ritu is doing the TTM for the first time?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, for the first
What
time.
kind of topics you got? I mean, where did you get those topics from? I mean, seriously, I have always been known to be given tricky topics, but today you kind of aced me. Your first topic, something about there is moon and the space and there is relationship space. By the time I understood the topic, thank God you did not give topics for contests. Otherwise, it would have been a disaster. Right. So, but Ritu, awesome topics, great thought process behind it. I loved it. Every topic had a variety and a different flavor to it. So I loved it absolutely. And anyone else wants to say anything about the meeting? Any of the new members who have joined us today? Any of the visiting Toastmasters as role takers? Yes, Dina. Yeah. Dina. You want to say something? Or anyone else, if you want to say something, please feel free to share your thoughts. Anyone?
I have a question to TMOD Raghava.
Okay.
Raghava, can you recommend a book for common people like us, laymen like us, or lay women in my case, which we can read to understand space mode better, but not technical, please? Physics is not my
Frankly,
cup
I
of tea.
didn't ever read normal books which are related to space because I know what are the things people usually write. So maybe I'll look into which are non-technical. Let me look into and then just come back to you. I never read, frankly. I'm into more technical.
Okay, you asked the wrong person. Clearly, Joanne.
Clearly, I understand that.
Okay, anyone else wants to say anything? Kishan, who else? Any of the other visiting Toastmasters? Safa? Any comments before? Okay, thank you, Dina.
Yes,
The
one
meeting-
point.
Yes.
1 point, Sourav, just join. Till now, I've just opened this to very few people. I've been writing a book on the just rocket science for the kids to make the people understand about rocket science. Maybe by next year, I'm hoping to release that. So there's a very few people I have released, open up to. So maybe the Toastmaster now I feel like a family. So just
Lovely.
hope I complete the heavy schedules like this.
Absolutely mind-blowing. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me now quickly announce the results. We are slightly behind time already. So the best evaluator for today is someone who's contesting in District 98 district finals for evaluation, Toastmaster Joane Joseph. Heartiest congratulations, Joanne, for being the best evaluator. Coming to the best auxiliary role taker. The best auxiliary role taker for today is a listener, Toastmaster Kishan Jayathilaka. Thank you so much, Kishan, for taking up the role today and acing it. Thank you. Our best table topic speaker. Okay. This goes to another district champion, this time for the district champion, the current district champion for table topics in District 92, Toastmaster Aparna Raja. Congratulations, Aparna. And now the best role taker for today is the person who's writing a book for rocket scientists, what's rockets for kids. And that is our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Raghav. You know, Raghav, every time I look at you, I feel like, my mom wanted me to be someone like you. Maybe next birth, this birth is sorted. And finally, the favorite speaker for today. Okay, that's yours truly. Thank you so much. And with this, I adjourn this meeting the meeting of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Thank you. Good night, and we will be meeting again on Thursday for the speech marathon of the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. And Dina, you're on spotlight. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Good
Bye-bye.
night. Thank you. Bye.